Hello everyone, I'm Ari Lax, and this week I will be playing with the deck that myself and 8 other teammates took to the Pro Tour, Red Green Landfall. Together we ended up with a 61.7% match win percentage over about a sample of like 80 matches, which is pretty good, I think. That's basically saying that the average competitor for my team ended up better than 6-4, which is pretty crazy. We had 2 people go 8-2, 2 people go 7-3. Um, Two of us end up with 5 wins, one was 6, and then a couple people who didn't do so well. But this deck was really good, and I kind of wanted to show off the explosive power of it. So, at the core, this deck is a Become Immense Team or Battle Rage deck. You are an aggro combo deck, and you just kind of have the ability to kill your opponent out of nowhere, regardless of the board state. But at the same time, unlike a Tarka Red, you actually have pretty solid threats on the ground. To go through those, you have Scythe Leopard and Swiss Spear as 1 drops. Um, this card is just crazy. It still blows me away that it is printed, and it's just absolutely absurd. Um, it just has the second toughness for no reason, similar to Deathrite Shaman. It's just absurdly good. Um, and Leopard, it's no step links. That extra point of power on step links when you fetch the same turn is pretty huge, but it's still got Wild and the Coddle stats a lot of the time, which pretty good aggressive body. And there's just a Zergo just so you can curve out a little more frequently. You can't really play more of this card. The legend rule comes up a lot, and he also just kind of sucks as a 2/2. Um, doesn't really like Scythe Leopard's worst case is usually 2/2. Swiss Spear's like 2/3, 3/4. All your other creatures are just better than dorky 2/2 that can't really attack into anything. Then moving up the curve, you'll notice that this deck is a little more. It plays a little more. I don't want to say sticky threats, but threats that are gonna get you somewhere beyond just being in play than the traditional red deck. So you've got Abbott and Den Protector, so a full 8 card advantage threats. Though you kind of just jam these on 2 if you want to. Like if you have them in your hand, there's no reason to hold back. Um, Den Protector's especially nice. So Abbott's the 2/1 body on Abbott's actually just kind of loose. It's not the best size at all, but it's good enough. The prowess, whatever. It'll probably get to 3 or 4 power on a lot of attacks, but Den Protector is kind of astonishingly good because of this whole creatures with power less than Den Protector's power can't block it. This line right here. Um, yeah, that line is pretty crazy. Um, so especially when you're a pump spell combo deck, it just makes your pump spells unblockable. How lucky. If you don't have a battle rage to give trample, you can easily just load up on Titan Strength or become events on Den Protector, or have a face down protector, +3 it, get it back, +3 it again, jam for 8, kill your opponent, or in the absolute dream case, cast the same become immense twice, which I have done before. It is as nice as it sounds like. Then we have Snapping Gnarlid. Card's fine, but to highlight one of the things that really gives the deck, you'll notice that the option of playing this or McKindy Slide Runner comes up. And Slide Runner seems like it should be better because you can trample over a Become Immense +6, but it turns out that being green is a very good power in a format with Surge of Righteousness to destroy your attackers. So that comes up a lot where they just have a Surge, you just have a green creature and they die. Also, the extra toughness makes a lot of the math around Languish, Siege Rhino, and Mantis Rider work out a lot better with this card. Um, Moving on to the spells, there's no interaction. You are just trying to get your opponent dead. 8 pump, 4 battle rage because you have creatures that can actually get to 4 power. If you slow roll a fetch land in play, this card can kill your opponent, or well, can double up with battle rage trample. This card always gets to 4. Getting Swiss Spear to 4 is, well, you can battle rage at Tarka's. It doesn't come up a lot if you don't have a pump spell. But this deck legitimately has uses for Battle Rage. And even just using Battle Rage on a 3 power creature just to deal an extra 3, not the worst thing in the world. Also lets you bash through Den Protector. Then you have Atarka's Command. You aren't really a chip shot deck, which is kind of weird. So you've got like this 3 damage spell, but Pumping your squad is pretty nice, especially with Swiss Spear. The Landfall ability comes up fighting Wraths. You really do just use all the modes of this card, and it's just more utility than anything else, just aggressive utility. There's 11 lands that you can fetch and 13 to fetch with. That is a ton. You need cards in your graveyard for Become Immense, so you need to play a ton. The one Evolving Wilds is not a good Magic card, but I played with 5 Force the Pro Tour and felt like that was a little too many non-fetch lands. So I'm trying out the tap land. Some of my other teammates played it and said they liked it. So sideboard, you've got spot answers and threatening permanents. So all the cards in your sideboard except for Yasova come in against the non-hangerback Jeskai decks. You grind them down with Outpost Siege, kill their Mantis Riders because otherwise your grind you out plan doesn't work. And eventually, literally anything kills them. So literally whatever creature ends up in play after they run out of cards is enough. In red mirrors, you have cheap removal, and you can board out Tarkus Command and some of the more shaky creatures. Against Abzan or decks that are just super intent on leaving in Hangerback Walker and having removal, like Hangerback Jeskai or some of the Mardu decks, you don't even sideboard. You just jam on them with your main deck, and they die. And then against green white, you've got Yasova, which is especially awesome because it takes Archangel of Ties. Um, Yeah, so this deck is powerful, and hopefully I get to show off some of the things. I'm really hoping to actually kill someone on turn 3 for the first time, which is doable in a number of ways. The easiest of which is Swift Spear, like 3 fetch lands, a Swift Spear, and a Tarkus Command, and then the combo, which is like 20 some damage. One of my teammates also had the triple leopard, a Tarkus Command draw where their opponent fetched, I believe. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, their opponent had fetched twice, so that's 18 on turn 3 if you choose the pump and damage modes. So yeah, this deck does a bunch of stupid things. Um, oh yeah, you could also pump plus, or you could damage plus landfall mode and deal 21. Blackjack game. Wow, yeah, so this deck is crazy at times. Um, and definitely there's some intricate plays to it, so I look forward to discussing some of that.